When was the last time you truly checked if your penis was healthy? I'm not talking about cleaning it in the shower or adjusting your boxers when no one's looking. I mean, really caring for this part of your body, the same way you care for your heart, your teeth, or your knees. Most men never do. Until one morning, something feels different. Maybe it's slower. Maybe it's weaker. Maybe it's just not responding the way it used to. Here's the truth. After 50, your penis becomes the most honest health reporter you'll ever have. It's the first to tell you when your circulation is slowing, when your hormones are falling, when your nerves are losing their spark. Ignore it, and you don't just lose performance. You lose confidence, energy, and connection. Pay attention to it, and you can stay vibrant, responsive, and confident well into your 70s and beyond. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how. No pills, no gimmicks, just a science-backed daily routine that takes 5 minutes and can change the way you feel in every part of your life. Let's start by understanding what really happens to your body and your sexual health after 50. Because knowing this is the first step to getting your vitality back. How your body and sexual health shift after 50. After 50, your body doesn't suddenly wake up one morning and decide to get old. It shifts, quietly, gradually, almost invisibly. The changes are so subtle that most men don't notice them until something important feels different. One of the earliest areas to feel these shifts, though few men talk about it, is sexual health. Testosterone, your body's primary male hormone, has been declining slowly since your late 30s. By the time you hit 50, the effects are harder to ignore. And testosterone isn't just about desire. It fuels your muscle strength, keeps your energy stable, sharpens your mood, and even gives you that subconscious readiness for intimacy. When it drops, you might notice your mind still wants intimacy, but your body's response is a beat behind. At the same time, your circulatory system, the highways that carry oxygen-rich blood, begins to stiffen. The smallest roads, the ones leading to your pelvic region, narrow first. And because erections rely entirely on trapping blood under pressure, even a slight slowdown in circulation can affect firmness and stamina. That's why I tell my patients, your penis is like a check engine light for your heart. Then there's nerve sensitivity. The tiny messengers that carry sensation from your most intimate areas to your brain become slower. It's not that the signal disappears, it's just a little delayed, a little muted. That can make arousal take longer, and the sensations you used to take for granted feel less intense. And we can't forget skin changes. The skin in your genital area is thinner and more delicate than almost anywhere else on your body. With age, it loses elasticity, becomes drier, and can feel less comfortable during intimacy. When discomfort creeps in, you might avoid intimacy. And that avoidance further reduces blood flow and sensitivity. None of this means you're broken or past your prime. In fact, it's the exact opposite. These changes are normal, predictable, and, most importantly, reversible in many ways. The difference between the men who stay vital into their 70s and those who fade is awareness and proactive care. Think of it like maintaining a classic car. You can't drive it like it's brand new, but with the right fuel, regular tune-ups, and gentle handling, it can run beautifully for decades. And that's why the first thing we address isn't hormones or skin. It's the one factor that affects everything else: blood flow. The blood flow connection. Why it's the first thing to fix. If there's one thing that makes or breaks your sexual health after 50, it's blood flow. Forget gimmicks, supplements, or expensive procedures. If circulation isn't strong, nothing else matters. Here's why. Your penis is a hydraulic organ. It doesn't have muscles that lift or hold. It works entirely by trapping blood under pressure. If that blood isn't arriving quickly enough or in enough volume, your body simply can't produce or maintain the firmness you expect. And here's the tricky part. The arteries that feed your penis are tiny compared to the ones going to your heart or brain. They're often the first to show signs of narrowing. This means erectile changes can appear years before you'd ever get chest pain or other warning signs of heart trouble. That's why many cardiologists consider ED an early red flag for cardiovascular disease. I remember a patient, Thomas, 66, who came in saying, "Doc, my mornings aren't the same. I'm worried something's wrong down there." We ran tests. His heart seemed fine, but his pelvic circulation was already under strain. By making simple changes, walking daily, eating more leafy greens and beets, staying hydrated, his morning vitality returned, and more importantly, we likely saved him from a heart attack. Good blood flow isn't just about intimacy. Even when you're not sexually active, regular circulation keeps the smooth muscle fibers in the penis flexible, delivers nutrients, and removes waste. When blood flow is poor, those tissues stiffen, making things worse over time. The good news? You can improve circulation at any age. Start with movement: walking, stretching, light cycling. Add foods that feed your arteries: berries, citrus, garlic, fatty fish. Hydrate well, because thick, sluggish blood is harder to pump. And don't underestimate the power of small daily habits: ankle pumps while watching TV, taking the stairs, even a few squats before bed all help keep pelvic blood moving. Think of your circulatory system like a city road map. If the roads are open and smooth, everything gets where it needs to go. If they're blocked or crumbling, nothing works well. Fix the roads, and suddenly the whole city, your entire body, comes alive again. That's why blood flow is always my first focus. Once that foundation is solid, we can move on to the next vital piece of your sexual vitality: your body's nerve network, and how to keep it sharp for years to come.
Daily movement, the simple habit that changes everything. If I could prescribe one single habit to every man over 50, something more powerful than most pills, cheaper than any supplement, and safer than any surgery, it would be this: move every day. Not marathons, not punishing gym sessions, just daily intentional movement. Here's why. Your body is built for circulation, and circulation is built by motion. When you sit for hours, whether at a desk, in the car, or in front of the TV, blood begins to pool in the lower body. The pelvic region, home to your most intimate health, quietly suffers. Less oxygen, fewer nutrients, more stiffness. The result? A slow, silent decline in responsiveness, not just in the bedroom, but in your overall vitality. I think of John, a 71-year-old retired accountant who told me, "Doc, I just don't have the energy for workouts anymore." So we started small: 2 10-minute walks, one in the morning, one after dinner. In 3 weeks, he was sleeping better, moving easier, and most importantly, reporting stronger, more consistent morning vitality. He hadn't trained harder, he'd simply kept blood flowing every day. Here's the science. When you move, your muscles act like pumps, squeezing the veins and pushing blood back toward the heart. Your heart, in turn, pushes that blood out again, carrying oxygen to even the smallest vessels in your pelvis. Movement also keeps your arteries flexible, lowers inflammation, and triggers the release of nitric oxide, a natural signal telling your blood vessels to relax and open wide. And you can fit it into your life without overhauling your schedule. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Stand up and stretch every 30 to 45 minutes. Park farther from the store. Do gentle hip circles in the shower. March in place while the coffee brews. The secret is consistency, not intensity. A body in motion sends one clear signal to every organ, nerve, and muscle. We are alive, we are active, we are ready. Over time, that message rewires how your body responds, in moments of intimacy and in everyday life. Once daily movement becomes second nature, the next step is making sure the wiring, your nerves, are just as sharp as your circulation. Because blood flow is only half the story, sensation is the other. Restoring nerve sensitivity and sexual awareness. For many men over 50, the challenge isn't just about getting a response. It's about feeling it. You might notice that sensation is softer, slower, or not as vivid as it once was. This isn't just in your head. It's in your nerves. Your nerves are like the body's high-speed internet, carrying signals from your skin to your brain in milliseconds. But over time, due to reduced blood flow, chronic inflammation, or even years of subtle muscle tension in the pelvic area, those signals can slow down. It's like switching from fiber optic to an old dial-up connection. The message still gets there, but not with the same clarity or speed. The good news? Nerves can be retrained. Just like muscles can be strengthened, your sensory pathways can be reawakened with the right care. I often tell my patients, think of this as teaching your brain and body to have a better conversation again. And that starts with intentional, gentle, non-sexual touch. Here's how. Warm baths. Let your body soak and soften. This relaxes the pelvic floor muscles and increases circulation to the nerves. Gentle massage. Using warm hands or a natural oil like jojoba or almond, lightly massage the lower abdomen, inner thighs, buttocks, and perineum in slow, circular motions for 1 to 2 minutes. Mindful breathing. Place your hands over these areas, take slow breaths, and simply notice the sensations without judgment. This is not about performance. It's about presence, sending new sensory signals to the brain and reminding it, this part of me still matters. Michael, a 66-year-old patient, once told me intimacy felt muted. We added a 2-minute nightly ritual. Warm hands, gentle touch, deep breathing. 1 month later, he smiled and said, "Doc, it's like the lights are coming back on." From a scientific standpoint, this works because improved blood flow nourishes nerve cells. Reduced muscle tension frees nerve pathways from pressure. Regular sensory input trains the brain to detect and respond to subtle signals again. And don't forget the internal support. Stay hydrated. Nerves need fluid to conduct signals. Limit alcohol. It can damage nerve endings. Get enough B vitamins, especially B12, to protect the myelin sheath, the nerve's insulation that keeps signals fast and accurate. When you nurture your nerves from the outside and inside, sensation sharpens. And with sensation comes confidence, connection, and a deeper awareness of your body. Once your nerves are alive again, there's one more foundation to protect: your skin. Because even the healthiest nerves and blood vessels can't thrive if the skin they serve isn't cared for. Skin health and gentle hygiene, your first line of comfort. The skin in your intimate area is one of the most specialized and delicate tissues on your body. It's thinner, more sensitive, and more vulnerable to dryness, irritation, and micro tears than almost anywhere else. And just like the leather on a classic car seat, if you want it to last and feel good, you have to care for it, especially after 50. Here's what happens with age. Natural oil production slows, circulation in the skin decreases, and elasticity begins to fade. That means the skin can feel tighter, more fragile, and more prone to chafing or discomfort, even during normal daily activities. If ignored, this can start a vicious cycle. Discomfort leads to less touch or intimacy, which reduces blood flow,
which further weakens skin health. The solution isn't complicated, but it does require the right approach. Rule number 1: clean gently, not aggressively. If you're circumcised, daily cleansing with warm water is usually enough. If you're uncircumcised, gently retract the foreskin and rinse underneath to prevent buildup that can cause irritation or infection. Avoid harsh soaps, antibacterial washes, and anything with strong fragrances or alcohol. These strip away natural oils and disrupt your skin's protective barrier. I had a patient, Roger, 71, who came to me complaining of constant irritation. He was scrubbing with a scented antibacterial soap twice a day, thinking it was extra clean. After switching to plain warm water and a mild, fragrance-free moisturizer, his discomfort disappeared in a week. Rule number 2: moisturize strategically. Once or twice a week, or after bathing, apply a small amount of gentle, natural moisturizer or oil, like coconut, jojoba, or shea butter, to the shaft and surrounding skin. This keeps the skin supple, reduces friction, and maintains its protective barrier. Rule number 3: manage moisture and friction. If you sweat heavily, cycle, or sit for long hours, consider a light dusting of talc-free powder to reduce chafing and moisture buildup. Remember, healthy skin isn't just about comfort, it's about function. When your skin feels good, your nervous system feels safe, your blood vessels stay relaxed, and your body is more likely to respond naturally in moments of intimacy. Think of this as your first line of defense. Because even if you have great blood flow and sharp nerve sensitivity, you won't enjoy them fully if the skin itself is dry, irritated, or sore. Now that your skin, nerves, and circulation are all working in harmony, there's one more piece to complete the puzzle: your mindset. And that's where the real transformation begins. The mindset shift. From performance pressure to self-respect. For many men over 50, the biggest challenge in their intimate life isn't their hormones, their blood flow, or even their nerve health. It's what's happening in their head. Decades of cultural conditioning teach men that their worth is tied to their performance. That if they can't deliver in a certain way, they've somehow failed. This thinking is not only unfair, it's destructive. Here's why. Performance pressure triggers anxiety. Anxiety triggers physical tension. That tension restricts blood flow, tightens muscles, and short-circuits your body's natural arousal process. In other words, the harder you try to make it happen, the more your body resists. I've seen this play out countless. Mark, 69, came to me saying, "Doc, I dread intimacy. I'm constantly waiting to fail." We worked on his physical health, circulation, skin care, movement, but I also gave him a new assignment. Stop thinking of intimacy as a test and start thinking of it as an act of connection. His job wasn't to perform, it was to be present. Mark began treating his nightly self-care routine not as preparation for a performance, but as a gift to himself. A way of saying, "This is my body, and it deserves respect." Slowly, the tension melted away, and without forcing it, his body began responding more naturally. He and his partner found themselves laughing more, talking more, and enjoying intimacy without a stopwatch in their heads. That's the shift I want for every man watching this. From proving something to experiencing something. Self-respect means you take care of your body, not to hit some arbitrary benchmark, but because you value it. It means listening to your body's signals without panic and responding with care instead of shame. When you make this shift, something powerful happens. Your partner feels your ease. Your nervous system relaxes, and your body often rewards you with stronger, more reliable responses. Not because you demanded it, but because you stopped fighting yourself. This mindset is the glue that holds everything else together. You can have the best physical habits in the world, but if you approach intimacy with fear, the results will always be limited. When you approach it with self-respect, you create the conditions for your health and your relationships to thrive. And now that your mind and body are finally on the same team, it's time to put everything you've learned into action with one simple, practical plan: your 7-day penis care challenge.
Your 7-day penis care challenge. Gentlemen, understanding your body is powerful, but acting on that understanding is where the real transformation happens. Too many men watch a video like this, nod their heads, and think, that makes sense, but never take the next step. So here's my invitation. Commit to just 7 days of focused, consistent care for one of the most important parts of your body. This isn't about gimmicks, expensive gadgets, or awkward routines. It's 5 minutes a day. Simple, practical, and science-backed. Designed to improve circulation, restore sensitivity, protect your skin, and shift your mindset. Step 1. Prepare your tools. Get 100% pure natural oil. Castor, almond, or jojoba work beautifully. Have a clean towel and comfortable, breathable underwear for nighttime use. Keep them in one spot so you have zero excuses to skip. Step 2. The nightly ritual. Each evening, after a warm shower, place 3 to 5 drops of oil in your hands. Rub your palms together to warm it, then gently massage the perineal area, the space between your scrotum and anus, and the base of your shaft in slow, circular motions for 1 to 2 minutes. This boosts blood flow, hydrates the skin, and stimulates nerve endings in a calm, non-sexual way. Step 3. Move your body daily. At least one 10-minute walk or light stretching session every day. No gym memberships required, just move. Every step you take sends fresh, oxygen-rich blood to your pelvic region, keeping tissues healthy and responsive. Step 4. Hydrate and nourish. Drink 1 extra glass of water in the morning. Add 1 nutrient-rich food, like berries, leafy greens, or a handful of walnuts, to your daily meals. These small upgrades feed your blood vessels and nerve cells. Step 5. Mindset check-in. Before bed, take 20 seconds to thank your body. Not for what it did or didn't do that day, but simply for carrying you through life. This small shift rewires your brain to see intimacy as connection, not a performance test. Track your progress. Each morning, jot down how you slept, your mood, any changes in comfort or sensation. Most men are surprised by how quickly subtle improvements show up, sometimes within just a few days. At the end of 7 days, you won't be finished. You'll just be getting started. But you'll have proven to yourself that daily penis care isn't awkward, complicated, or embarrassing. It's simply another form of mature self-respect. And once you feel the benefits, better comfort, more confidence, and a stronger connection to your own body, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. So, are you ready? Tonight, take 5 minutes for yourself. This is your challenge, your investment, your step toward lasting vitality.